It's pretty simple. Patient is in the office. And it's time to do a debridement. So you're going to either send us you can send a biopsy or a swab. Swabs generally do give us very similar information. It's in alignment. It's probably not quite as accurate as punch biopsy or debridement because some bacteria preferentially, dive deeper into the tissue than others. But from the swabs that we've done, and we've done maybe hundreds of those, comparing them, the results are pretty good with that. Not as good, my preference is always going to be the biopsy or the debridement. But we're there with the patient. We're going to do the debridement. We're going to debride that down, and we just need a sample of that tissue put into the vial and sent out in the kits. As far as how to take that sample, if the wound is smaller than, let's say, a golf ball, okay, doesn't really matter where we take the sample from. We get pretty much the same microbial census from that. And we do take the sample, we do like to take the sample close to the wound margin, around the margins, because bacteria do preferentially distribute closer to the margin of the wound rather than the middle of the ocean, if you will, presumably because that's where the most nutrients are. So we take the sample from there, send it off. You'll get it's a two-part test, so you'll kind of get your stat panel within 24 hours of delivery. And the full sequencing, which is comprehensive for everything, that's coming out currently right now. That's coming out anywhere from 4 to 10 days, depending on how many sequences they have to run to get close to 99% confidence. So that's the long and short of that. With volume, that's going to come down from a technology standpoint. There's no reason why we can't do the full sequencing in, close to 48 hours. It's just the volume of the samples that come in right now are not making that feasible at this time. But, that's certainly our goal. So that gets within, and so then you get your report faxed or emailed, whatever you prefer. You'll see what the bacteria are, and believe me, you're going to see bacteria you're not used to seeing before when you start talking with DNA. So that's kind of the second part of the overall service. A biofilm and ID specialist will then within 24 hours also fax you a topical treatment consult. Basically, it has 3 options for you because we don't know the patient allergies at that time or what they may be on systemically necessarily. And so it gives the physician 3 options to pick one, and we do put those in order of our preference, okay, based on the census that they have. The physician just checks one, signs, faxes it back. It gets made the same day and shipped out to the physician. And we generally send the first course of the topical antibiotics to the physician to put on the patient directly so that the patient understands how that should be put on, gets a little bit more information in regard to that. So that's how it works. Debridement sample, FedEx, the results get faxed to the treating clinician, and then the consult will come from the chronic wound ID specialist will be faxed to them within 24 hours. That signed, faxed back, made the same day, and goes to the patient.